Well, one of the common denominators of all crimes is greed.
It looks like it was greed here too. A former Highland Park police detective with the department since 2011, federally charged for selling heroin laced with fentanyl.
It's a dishonor to the badge, and they will wear that for the rest of their lives.
Former prosecutor in Wayne County, attorney Todd Flood, weighs in on the case that resolved this week with a plea deal. Detective Tiffany Lipkovich and her co
Hey, what's up? What up, people? Sorry for the car video, man. Work with me. I try to pump them out so you can see them. So we got to get it however we can get it. Smash the subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Shout out to my members. Big salute to you and my supporters. Haters, you get a wink too. Because while you're hating, you're helping. Look, Wayne County, Michigan. It's actually the second video that I've done on this county. Back in the election process, there was a weirdo woke guy. Okay, I don't know. It's somewhere. I'll post it. I forget what woke person did something stupid that time, because a great man once said, "Everything woke goes to bleep YouTube." Anyway, this person's not woke. This is a detective, man. A detective, a woman detective. Lepowski. Kimberly Lepowski, something like that. I don't know where her last name is. It sounds Jewish, doesn't matter. She actually looks like a subscriber of mine. Shout out to T. Chandler. Whatever. This lady is a detective on the force out there in Michigan. And she gets hemmed up for selling fentanyl. Specifically heroin laced with fentanyl. But, she gets roped off in a deal. This is about a month-old story. Just went on my news flash. I wanted to bring it to light. But she gets roped off. She's a drug detective. So this woman is fully knowledgeable about working with informants and what have you, okay? I have no idea why Miss Kim decided to trust a snitch. Man, I don't know who watches this channel. Or maybe you have a police officer in your family. I don't know. Or maybe you have a corrections officer in your family. I don't know. For the ones that do, I'm sure the conversations of a snitch have came up. Just ask any police officer, any correction officer, what their feelings are towards an informant. You know what they're going to say? We don't like them either, and we don't trust them. Heard a million times inside the chain gang. Now, Miss Kim, you get to go hear that. This lady is a detective, man, and there's I'll pin the video, the story on this lady. This lady works with informants. Informants have to call her phone. She's got to do all these set buys, put people away, all that good stuff. It just makes you wonder, how could this lady put faith in an informant? How could she literally do dirt with the dude? This lady gets booked. The snitch snitched on her. She gets booked, and they have her in uniform going to pick up cash from a CI. You have to be the dumbest woman in the world. We got a big problem here in America with fentanyl. It's a very touchy subject. I really don't like talking about coronavirus because I have my thoughts and my feelings and my opinions on it, just as you guys do. Everybody's tired of it. But at the end of the day, we're reaching 8,000 subs. You have to watch what you say, because somebody probably has some family infected by coronavirus. So it's a touchy subject. Fentanyl is a very touchy subject. Leave it in the comments, but I already know many of you have probably lost many people. Or, how many Facebook posts have you seen? How many people have you lost to this? It's a big issue, man. I don't know about everybody else in every other state. Here in Florida, if you want to sell dope, drugs, you might want to try something different than fentanyl, because they will hammer you if you get caught with that, as they should. That stuff is dropping people, man. People have addictions, This lady she should get the book thrown at her. She took a plea deal. I don't know how much time she's looking at. Up to 40 years. Looking at the video, they don't show her that much. It's about a 2-second clip. She looks about 30 to 40 years old. If we give her the youngest part of it, 30, if she gets 40 years, 85% of that, I don't know. It's, what is that? 85% of 30. Now I got to pause it. So it's 34 years she would do if she gets the 40 years. So she looks about 30 years old. I don't know for a fact if that's her age, but that's her 60s. Look, any which way you look at it, that's a life sentence, okay? You're going to get out at 64 years old and start your life over? Come on, man. You don't have too much after that. But she deserves it, She deserves it, and anyone selling fentanyl deserves it. There used to be a time, okay? I don't know everyone's age group, okay? There used to be a time, man, when I grew up, you could experiment with drugs. And I do not condone it, and I'm not saying for anyone to do this. By any way, shape, or form, you stay away from it. But what I'm saying is my generation, you could experiment with drugs, man, okay? And it usually went to something like this. You find the bud. After the bud, you take a hit of acid. And then maybe you find a line of Coke after a few beers. Okay? And that's about it, For most people, they climb that little ladder, or maybe they experience with that ladder back and forth, and that's it. And they grow out of it and live life. Some people get stuck in that ladder and go to different things. But at least there's a little, that was how it was when I'm coming up, just either A or B. Nowadays, and I don't condone it. Hopefully no one does that ladder. It's not cool. But thinking back now, it's almost wish and hopeful for that to be around. Because, kids now coming up, there is none of that, man. It's bud, and then it's pills, and half the pills have fat in it, or it's craziness now. There's no in between nowadays. It's just bud and then borderline overdose. Borderline overdose. Man, they make all types of pills now laced with fat. Here's a little spoiler alert for Cankles. She comes down looking for Zans. I had to tell Cankles, hey man, you are in Florida. It is not a good idea to be trying to buy Zans down here. This is not Hershey. It was a very quick reality slap for her, But that's just what it is, man. Everything's laced, man. It's a bad epidemic, man. All this stuff's coming from China. I don't really understand fentanyl, to be honest with you. It has literally killed so many of our friends, so many of our family. I just don't understand it. I really don't, because when I was coming up, I remember they had the fentanyl lollipops or something like that. The prescription thing, whatever. But and those were expensive, right? This stuff that they get is dirt cheap. From what I understood from back in the day, it used to be expensive, but it's dirt cheap, and they cut everything with it. Everything with it. They cut Xanax with it. They cut Roxy's with it. Any pill you get, whatever, man. It's not safe. I remember trying to help somebody going through addiction, and they were on this very thing, and I had to tell this person they were so out there that the conversation I had with this gentleman, I had to say, hey man, look, I understand you're gonna do something, but dude, please don't do the fet, man. If you're gonna do something, go get an oxy, because at least you know where the oxy came from. At least you know it come from the pharmacy. At least you know how many milligrams it is. Do that one. Do that instead of the question mark. People may say, well, why did you say that? Because this is reality. I'm a realist, and I know he was going to use something. So it's actually safer for him to use that, okay? And if you disagree with that, then you have never dealt with somebody deep down in addiction. And that is exactly what Miss Kim's real life sentence is going to be. Okay? I don't know why this lady did it. Hearing the prosecutor talk in this one, the first thing he says is greed is the motivation of crime in 90% of all cases. I never knew that. Never knew that until he said it. And this prosecutor's pissed. Miss Kim, she gets a real deep dive of how many years she's about to face of addiction. And what do I mean by that is, now, I ain't never been to a woman's prison, obviously, but I know a lot of my lady supporters have. Leave it in the comments, please. Miss Kim now gets to go deal with real life addiction. And that is all in the prison system. She now gets to see two crackheads fight over a ramen soup. She now gets to see two crackheads who fought over the ramen soup maybe stab each other. She gets to see all type of pettiness. Pettiness. She could have just lived her life, got her check. She's a detective, man. That's a pretty good salary. Why would you do some stupid shit like that? You know, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. Now you got to eat ramen soup. You know, you'd be lucky if they don't run out. If they don't run out the beef flavored, you might get the chicken. But if somebody buys all the chicken and beef, then you get the lime. You get the lime chili. Nobody likes the lime chili. You get the lime chili because you did stupid shit. You know. I hope they don't have no honey buns for you. I hope they give you an extra a bra size 4 times too big. I hope you have the free ball, no panties. You know, they run out of tampons 1 month. You deserve that. You deserve that. I hope, man, Tanisha uses the toenail clippers, and Tanisha's the nasty girl in the pod. She don't shower. She kind of stinks. Look, you walk in the room, and you're like, what's that smell? Are you making a goulash? Well, I don't see the tuna fish. Why does it smell like that? Yeah, I hope that's your bunkie. You know, you deserve that. Everybody's dying. You, of all people, a detective, man. A detective. And you have to be the dumbest woman in the world. The police, every eye is on the police right now. Everybody's watching them. Everybody's watching them. And boy, oh boy, while I'm talking about the police, this thing here happened one time to me. One time ever. There was a police guy in the dorm. I don't know what his rank was, what he was, what happened. Okay, he was he was like half Spanish, half white. He had police background, is all I could tell you. That's hard time. Miss Kim's gonna have hard time because everybody had a. He was the butt of all jokes all the time. He's the police. Okay, so they used to rag on him. But this dude, he was real hard-headed with it. He didn't like the jokes. He wanted to be inmate. Okay, and it just never worked for him. And the dude would fight. He didn't like the label of police. I mean, sorry about your luck, but you know, they used to ride the dude. He fought a couple times, and like I said, in the dorm a little bit. He ended up doing a stunt. I told the story before if you go way back. He ended up pulling a stunt, and he kind of crashed out on some dude. So he basically went and fought this dude just to check in, just to get away, to get isolated. You know, this lady has a assload of jokes on her. And listen, you may think that's petty and stupid. No, man. That literally will put you into depression. I'm talking about every day. It's not like a coworker or a friend texting you or sending you a meme or just joking with you. It's every single day. You know, every dorm you have 80 people in there. You know, every day you can count 50 people to say something slick to you. Every single day. Every single day of the month. Every month of the year. From year to year. That will take a toll on any sane person. Trust me. This lady deserves it though, man. We have an epidemic, and you have police officers. You know, something's wrong with this woman. Who trusts a snitch? No police. Leave it in the comments if you have police in your family, friend, whatever. Who cares if you do? Leave it in the comments. No police like a snitch. The prosecutor's right. This had to be greedy. But Miss Kim, you are going to go through hell. And the problem is, I'm giving you 30. You look more like 40. So you're going to get out at even if you are 30 years old, you can get out at 64. If White Boy's wrong on the age, 74. Man, those jokes, as you get older in life. What do I mean by jokes is like simple things. Miss Kim's going to say, hey, can I read that newspaper that you got? What you want to do? Read the police report? Ah! I mean, all day. All day. The arrest report, I meant to say. It's out of control. Miss Kim, shenanigans, man. You deserve it. I'm going to pin the story. We keep it factual. It's my opinion. Shout out to my YouTube family. Love everybody. And a big shout out to my members, man. I appreciate y'all. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Haters, why are you still watching? Why? Why? We already talked about the police don't like snitches. To my subs, I'm out of here, man. Until the next one.
I care less about that attorney and whatever he feels and thinks about. That family has ignored phone calls. That girl used to live there.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe, bitches.